Instagram as well as Facebook, and so as well as YouTube. And so I about a year and a half ago, I was doing some lives on a regular basis, but it's been a long while, and I must admit there was all these jitters and nervousness. I don't even know why. I think it's mainly because of technology, because I feel like I'm going to do something wrong with the button. But oh, I see Richie. Hello, Richie. I love seeing your name pop up. You're always come with like a superhero cape on. When you're always saving the day somehow, specifically in technology. Thank you so much for all your help you give. But so today I just want to take a moment and say hello, and hopefully I'll be popping on a more regular basis, sharing a little bit more about Choose Life and my heart to inspire and model and but champion you to make Choose Life choices in your world, spirit, soul, body. Recently, I began making some YouTube videos of Choose Life choices, just small tweaks for your spirit, for your soul, and for your body. And so hopefully those are helpful. And all of these are like now choices. I don't believe like one day when all of this stuff is together, then one day you can make this decision or implement this. Like, no, like God's voice and presence is in now moments. So everything I offer is for the now. So speaking of that, definitely I just want to say in this now moment, a beautiful Choose Life choice is, of course, your prayers and how effective prayers are. And so for as you pause for a moment, and I know all of our worlds are full, and we pause and we see, or just really the Lord tell us how to pray specifically for what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, and because there's a lot of reports and a lot of, but to not get focused on that and hear what the world is saying so much. But Lord, what do you want me to say? How do you want me to absolutely release angels? And actually, that wasn't necessarily something I was going to go. I'm just going with that. But because yes, we release angels. Our words release angels so much. So the angels are not released until we tell them. So I just want to empower you. Yes, you can dispatch angels with the power of your words. So do it. But another Choose Life choice I want to talk about is in this now season that we're in is Lent. And yesterday was Ash Wednesday, and I love popping in to different churches that have a sweet Ash Wednesday ceremony. Yesterday, I didn't actually couldn't find one. I didn't. If there was one going on where I live, I didn't know where that was. So, but anyways, we've entered in this season now, and on our way to focus on Easter. And this is such a sweet, consecrated season. But when a person observes and participates in Lent, they make it even more special, and they become more sensitive to God's voice and what he's doing and saying in this season inside them. And I love that. We serve a personal God. And so he's always speaking, he's always nudging, he's always prompting. And so I love just kind of aligning with him and being more sensitive to him in this sweet season as we kind of focus on that Jesus's days before he went into the cross and was resurrected in a glorified body. So I'd like to share a little bit how I'm practicing Lent. One of my favorite things I do, this is on a regular basis, I just love waking up super early when it's all dark and my house is all quiet and spend time with the Lord. Like, I love it. So that I'll continue doing that. But in my evenings, and this is what's so interesting is years ago when I was reading Genesis, the Lord, gave me the revelation, and I don't know the answer, but whenever he was making creation, it would say, and it was evening and it was morning the first day, and it was evening and it was the morning the second day. And so I actually don't know if, according to the Lord's ways, if our days start in the evening, but nevertheless, if it does, I kind of want to start my day or end my day in the evenings, or start the day in the evenings because of the Genesis passages. But nevertheless, I want to start them in this place of worship. And so for me, I don't play an instrument. I really wish I did or could. And for me, I will just play some songs and let the Lord and worship Him. And He's so kind. Most of the time, He's spinning it, and I feel ministered to at the end of that time. But my heart and attempt is just to minister to Him and focus on Him, and especially in this season, on His last weeks, last days before He was crucified, before He went to the cross. So specifically in connection with this season. And there's a few other things that we're going to fall into, and I'll make other videos about that. We're going to, in the 2 weeks, we're going to fall into Purim and a way to honor that. But I want to say specifically one thing I'm doing with Lent for other people. And I will say, I have a friend. When I think of Lent, it's funny. I remember when I first told her about Lent, and she's older than me. She heard she has 2 boys and they're in college, and one's out of college, one's still in college. And she would always say, and if she sees this video, she'll know exactly that this is me. She was like, Lent? Because I was practicing and observing Lent for years. She's like Lent, like the lint I get out of my dryer. I was like, no, not that Lent. That is Lint. This is Lent. So it's not the lint that comes from the dryer. um, it's another season, but she had not been exposed to Lent before in this precious season of Lent. So if you haven't before, it's not connected to a certain religion per se. Perhaps some denominations observe it more than others, but nevertheless, it's not even something that my church I'm going to is even, they may not even mention the word Lent in these entire next 6 weeks. But nevertheless, it is a sweet season. It is anointed. And I plan to, for these next 6 weeks, I plan to just end my day or beginning my day, whether you're thinking of a Genesis passage or not, with time of worship. Just time of worship. And so, and focusing on Him, ministering to Him. But one thing I wanted to do is, because it's a 40-day period of time, it makes me think of the Choose Life eating, which is the 40 days, the 40-day journey. And so many people they experience stuff that happens to their body, weight loss, and finally no more dieting and no more up and down roller coaster. Absolutely. But it's designed from this place of intimacy. There's not one person that has went through Choose Life eating that has not fallen more in love with Jesus. And so because honoring Lent or consecrating yourself in this time of Lent, it's all about making space for more of Him. It's saying no to something. So me going to bed early or whatever, and making time for just worshiping Him in a place of affection and love and adoration to Him. So making space for more of Him. And so people can do that through I don't know, saying no to all sorts of things. But I really Choose Life eating. It's actually not a program of saying no. It's actually saying yes. It's actually just totally more of the Lord. And it's hard to talk about, honestly, unless a person goes through it. I tell every person, like, okay, thank you for going through with it. And I appreciate all this amazing domino transformation effect that's happened on you in your world. But can you help me? What would you say if you're talking about Choose Life eating to somebody else? What would you say? And they're like, well, I would say I thought I was going to lose weight, but I didn't know how to absolutely change my life. And so it's called Choose Life eating. Many of you know this, but I don't want to assume anything. It's from Deuteronomy chapter 30, verses 19. And so most of the things I offer, the Choose Life choices, the Choose Life eating, the Choose Life people, the Choose Life lens, the things I offer is from that verse. And it's saying, today, I call heaven and earth as witnesses. I've set before you life and death, blessings and curses, but choose life so that you and your children may live. Oh, I'm seeing sweet little Isabel's voice or name pop up. I love you. You know I do. And it's good to see your name pop up. But choose life. And so it's just how to choose life. And we do make Choose Life choices, not by eating from a modern day tree of the knowledge of good and evil. We don't say what's good and bad and right and wrong. We eat from the modern day tree of life, which is the person. And Jesus says in John 14:6, I'm the way, I'm the truth, I'm the life. And so we run to Him, we lean to Him, we open ourselves to Him, and we experience a greater intimacy with Him, a communion with Him, a union with Him, with constant engaging conversations with Him. And so all of these Choose Life things that I offer is all about intimacy. It's for you to experience more of a transformation and a reformation in your world by integrating spirit, soul, body from this place of intimacy with Jesus. And so, if you have any interest in Choose Life eating, I'm actually, you can grab a friend because I'm doing a 2-for-1 special specifically in honor of Lent. You can sign up by Saturday, and you'll start on Monday, and it will end on Friday, on Good Friday, and it will be a sweet, sweet season. And so there's 2 courses. One is without um, Zoom conversations, just getting videos to your phone every single day for 40 days and a workbook. So you know exactly what to do every single day. And these videos they're like 3 minutes. They're really quick. You can do them while brushing your teeth and getting dressed in the morning. And then, or you can still get those videos, of course, and a workbook. And, but then I give you um, times and phone number. You can jump on calls, accountability calls. So really to unpack and debrief what the Lord is doing with you, because it absolutely will shift your world, spirit, soul, and body, but even through relationships too. So if you have any interest, then you can sign up. And once you go through the sign up, then you would just, we'll see that come through, and we'll contact you to get whatever friend, whatever family member you would like to go with you through it. And we'll get that contact information and then get the workbooks mailed off. And so both of you can begin. But I would love to, yes, be a part of your story and increasing greater intimacy with the Lord. And so if you're feeling the Holy Spirit nudge inside you, at least you contact me at hello@kristenmarie.com and just say, I'd like to learn more, I'd like to know more, and I can jump on a phone call with you or a Zoom conversation, something to tell you more about it, to see if this is how you want to observe and participate in Lent this year. So I love you, and thank you for your time, and I wanted to honor your time, so I'll just keep it brief. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.